Alright, so today I'm going to be playing This Bed We Made, which is a third-person mystery game in which you play as a maid in a 1950s hotel and snoop around strangers' rooms to uncover their deadly secrets. I'm just reading this from the description of the game on the Steam store. Discover what links guests together in this tale of love, heartbreak, and murder. Cool. This Bed We Made. New game. This game takes account of all your actions, including ones you decide not to take. These choices will determine your fate and the fates of others around you. Proceed with caution. Montreal. Canada.
Come on now, miss. Let's keep moving.
I guess I'm supposed to move. Can't really look around much.
It's on your right. Here.
No, I'm usually in charge of the second contract.
Here we are. Good luck. She's all yours, sir.
Sophie Roy, I'm Detective Maurice Tremblay. Let's see. 21 years old, working at the Clarendon for over a year. Husband?
I'm sorry?
Are you married?
No, not yet. I live with my mother. She's sick, so I have to take care of her.
No father.
No, it's always just been me and my mom.
All right, Miss Roy. I need you to tell me everything that happened, starting with this morning.
Au parc La Fontaine, les filles s'en vont et s'y promènent au bras des garçons. Tu les entraînes au cœur des buissons où elles étrennent l'amour en saison. Tu les enchaînes dans
French
un
Canada,
dormir
obviously.
de vrai poème, car dans les frissons naissent toujours les plus belles chansons d'amour. Au clair de la fontaine, j'ai vu dans tes yeux mille couleurs. Quand la claire fontaine s'amusait au jeu de nos deux cœurs.
Document's done. Now just a bit of tidying up and I can go on break.
Longtemps de ce vieux parc, la fontaine, tu dans tes grands yeux, filait un jour.
Okay.
La plus belle chanson d'amour. Doux souvenir de ce printemps qui fit fleurir autour
Maid Simulator.
Chérie, dis-moi, te souviens-tu de
Nothing like a
cet
well-made
étoile
bed.
naissant dans nos âmes ingénues?
These controls are a little weird.
Au parc La Fontaine, comme il faisait bon, lorsqu'on le même laissait la chanson, tu nous entraînes dans le vieux buisson, comme aux anciens.
This is literally a maid simulator. How crazy.
Good enough. Only menswear. Are you in town for a business trip, maybe?
I'm gonna turn the radio off.
That's a lot of money to owe. Just what did you get yourself involved in?
You know me, you know my family. You've had a seat at our bar since the day we opened in 49. You're more than a friend to us. You're practically family. And while friends are polite to each other, family deserves more. Family deserves honesty. As such, I want to be as direct as possible in letting you know that you're down to your last chance. The $8,380 you owe us plus 25% interest is now 8 months overdue. My patience has worn thin. This isn't like one of your unpaid bar tabs. You come to us for help, and help always comes at a price. We opened our pockets to you time and time again, and all you've done is taken advantage of our goodwill and generosity. We'll come over in person to make our collection tomorrow. I'll be bringing along the boys, so we can all sit down and have a little chat, but just so you know, they aren't too good with words. Thanks, Blake. And nothing on the back. Can I turn on the TV? Nope. I wanted to watch TV. Acknowledgement of debt. Initial amount of $1,500. Amount overdue $3,500, which is different than the other amount. So this is a completely different loan this guy's taken out. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Mapleson, regretful as we are to have to resort to these lines of communication, our client and your neighbor, the owner of 8832nd Street, has been ultimately evasive of our many attempts to reach out and collect our due debts, specifically an amount owed to us to the sum of $1,904.75 Canadian, I'm sure. He has given us little recourse but to contact him through those in close physical proximity to him in the hopes that they can deliver a message on our behalf. We have little desire to disturb you and the other fine citizens of 32nd Street, but our business may bring us back to your neighborhood if it is not resolved quickly. The help of your kind community would be greatly appreciated for us and certainly for your neighbor. Kindly, Lucky Coin Financing. Can you imagine if you owed money and they just sent letters to your neighbors?
I'm guessing you've seen better days, but you're obviously still important to someone.
What happened to this thing? I like how that it kind of wobbles around as you're looking at it. What's in the closet? I'm gonna adjust something here. Can't interact with the save. Oops. Is that a shoehorn? There's a towel over the mirror for some reason. That was the fastest toilet cleaning I've ever seen in my life.
And voila. Good as new.
Voila. Oh, I can look in the drawers. Nothing? What a jip. Le Petit Régal. Look at these prices. Anything else I can interact with? What's this? Pens or something. I think that's about all we can do in here. And all we really learned was, oh,
You brought your own mug? Well,
pest
I guess
dad.
ours aren't quite as complimentary.
I got news for you, kid. Your dad's a deadbeat.
Have you heard about that nut house they want to build next door?
Yeah, it creeps me out. Imagine all the weirdos who'll start hanging around the hotel.
I can think of someone who'll feel right at home. Look at her, always glued to that gossip magazine.
Do you think she has any real friends? Or is it just Gracie, Joan, and Marilyn?
Well, when your own life is that dull, you need to get your excitement somewhere. Oh, did you see Rebecca come in this morning? She was wearing the same clothes.
Now, don't you think it will relax him? This is exactly the kind of behavior Linda warned me about.
She's doing everything she can to break us apart.
Sophie speaking.
Hey, it's Beth. Do you think you could come up real quick?
Sure. I'll be right there.
You're right, you shouldn't.
Now I realize I've been blind. I was so in love with you that I couldn't see.
What?
Did I leave my keys behind? Press Q to hear Sophie's thoughts.
Let's see what Beth wanted to talk about. Now's not the time to pick up smoking, Sophie.
Now is always the time to pick up smoking. Just kidding.
Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie. Oh, shock. Leaving luggage in the lobby? Are you trying to get Bernard to kill you? Oh, Shock. Leaving luggage in the lobby? Are
Okay.
you trying
Alright,
to get Bernard
sorry.
to kill you?
Ballroom, reception. Must be Valentine's Day.
This leak really needs to be fixed. I hope the weather doesn't make it worse.
"19 arrested in deviant raid." Montreal police arrested 19 persons in an early Saturday raid at Manny's Lounge located on Stanley Street, downtown Montreal. The establishment, owned by Emmanuel Laliberte, is a known hangout for sex deviants. Oh. Montreal city employee, a court official, and 2 teachers were among those seized, according to official reports. Lieutenant Sylvain, I can't read these names, Guilbeault something, says he plans to send letters to schools employing the arrested teachers. Oh. School principals, parents, and fellow teachers should prevent such people from being in close contact with youngsters, he said. It is everyone's responsibility to protect our children. Lieutenant Guilbeault, also promised an investigation would be opened on Laliberte, I guess, who already has a criminal record to his name. Listen, my French is not great. Enter selection mode. Oh.
I'm not sure how the children are affected by what goes on at a bar on a Friday night. But I'm no lieutenant, so...
Oh, cool. Okay. Shop owners against new mental hospital.
Ah, my new home, according to Suzanne and Yvette.
A group of downtown Montreal businessmen and shop owners met with Mayor Sarto Fournier last week to air their grievances concerning the city's recent decision to allow construction of a new mental hospital on Dorchester Boulevard. William Weston, manager of Weston's department store, says he and his group will fight tooth and nail to prevent the hospital's construction. Will our customers feel safe to come downtown for their shopping needs, knowing there are lunatics next door? He said. Continued on page 8. Major snowstorm paralyzes... What a weird spelling. Paralyzes city. Is that right? It looks weird. Montreal is paralyzed by this winter's 5th and most important snowstorm. 15 inches of snow are expected until the end of the day. The last major storm back in January had covered the city with 12 inches of snow. The storm started yesterday with 6 inches falling during the day and 6 more during the night. Violent winds created giant snowbanks all over the city. Many drivers ignored police warnings and decided to take their cars at their own risk, resulting in several accidents. Late last night, Montreal police estimated collisions occurred every 2 minutes in the city. Trains from the United States are expected to be delayed up to 3 hours. At Dorval Airport, most departures have been canceled, while arrivals are delayed or diverted altogether.
Wouldn't be surprised if everyone's a little bit more on edge today. Bad weather has a way of doing that.
Another bloody Valentine. Valentine's Day concluded in horror last Friday with the murder of an Outremont resident. I thought that was an E. Sorry. Sorry to my French-speaking viewers. A worried neighbor called the authorities at 11:15 p.m. after hearing
Charge
loud...
complete.
I hope that didn't record that. A worried neighbor called the authorities at 11:15 p.m. after hearing loud shouts from next door. When police arrived, they found the lifeless body of a 34-year-old man. Authorities have refused to identify the victim or provide any details about the circumstances of his death. No suspect has been apprehended yet, but Detective Lieutenant Maurice Tremblay asked anyone with information to come forward as soon as possible. Is Tremblay the guy we were talking to in the beginning?
This is horrible. I don't think I'll ever understand what pushes people to go so far as killing. This is horrible. I don't think I'll ever understand what pushes people to go so far as killing.
I can't comment on the ad. Does your personal hygiene worry you? Are those worries bothering your husband? Stop worrying and save your marriage with Lysol. Okay.
Hey, Beth.
Hey there. So, who's sleeping?
Sleep what?
You were whispering just now on the phone, so I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were, in the middle of something.
Ugh, it's so awkward when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
I try to ignore them.
Oh, I try not to pay attention to them.
I just find the sucking noises hard to ignore, you know?
What?
But that won't be an issue today, of course. Every sound is being drowned out by the phone's constant ringing.
Because of the storm?
You have no idea. You're the only person I've talked to today that hasn't mentioned the blizzard. I mean, until now.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I guess I'm just looking for something else to talk about. Anything else.
I can tell you about Wendy and Jacques.
Well, I do have some gossip about Jacques and Wendy.
How dare you not lead with that? What's going on?
When you called, I wasn't whispering because they were making out. They were fighting.
Oh, this is entertaining. I mean, oh no, why?
I'm not completely sure, but it sounded like Linda had something to do with it.
Ugh, that bitch.
Beth?
Trust me, she deserves it.
I don't get why everyone hates her so much. Linda's always nice to me.
To you, maybe, but she's just the worst to every girl she perceives as a threat.
A threat? A threat to what?
I don't know. Her place as Bernard's right hand, I suppose.
So, you're saying I'm not a threat?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Linda thinks that, but that's her mistake. I know there's more to you than meets the eye.
Oh. Thanks. So, you said you needed me? My help, I mean.
Oh, right. Wanna guess why?
I don't know.
I'm really bad at guessing games.
It doesn't have to be a good guess. Just say the first thing that comes to mind.
I don't know. Please just tell me.
Well, if I can't make you work for it. A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
That's it?
I would do it myself, but the last time I tried to leave the front desk, Bernard emerged from his lair to scold me about procedures and whatnot.
Well, We can't have the beauty of the Clarington Hotel take absence from her throne, can we?
Oh, the people would riot.
Bernard especially.
Bernard's hardly the people. Anyway, I have to get back to work. There's a mop in the supply closet next to Bernard's office, I think.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
Press E to open Sophie's journal. Beth's banter. Even if it's only a few minutes out of my day, my chats with Beth are always a highlight. She called me up to clean a mess made by one of our guests, which gave us a chance to catch up. I don't think I've met someone who can make conversations seem so effortless. Beth has a witty response for everything. It's too bad maids aren't usually allowed in the lobby. Chatting with her every day would be a great way to start my morning. Okay, I overheard Wendy and Jacques arguing in the break room. From the sounds of it, Linda got to Jacques' head and convinced him that Wendy was flirting with some of our guests. I couldn't believe it. Anyone who's been around them for more than a minute would see how much Wendy loves Jacques. She would never do that to him. Haunted hotel? ? Some days I'm convinced the Clarington is haunted. It's not that I believe in ghosts normally, but there have been too many incidents for me to rule out the possibility completely. Just this morning I was waiting for the elevator on the 5th floor when I heard a loud bang behind me, like someone shutting a door, but with more force than I've ever heard a person use. I looked around and there was no one to be seen. Am I just imagining things? Okay, so let's see here. That's progress. Characters. Beth. Bernard. I'll look at these later. Anyway, I'll look more at that at some other point.
Chocolate mousse cake. Maybe Bobby wouldn't mind sneaking me a slice. Ugh, no. Bernard would have both our heads. Oh, Jacques. Leaving luggage in the lobby? Are you trying to get Bernard to kill you?
Linda, Wendy's great at her job. Guests absolutely love her and...
Not just guests, apparently.
Oh, God damn it, Linda! I only like her because guests like her. Making sure guests are happy is my job, after all.
You don't seem to care whether I'm happy.
Listen, if Wendy wasn't doing her job, that'd be another story, but I can't just fire her without good reason.
What if she stirred up trouble among the staff? Would that be a good reason?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, Andrew, hi. I'm sorry, I was just...
Spying
Eavesdropping?
on our manager?
No, I heard something, and I...
Hey. It's okay, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm sorry I scared you.
I'm not used to having people around me while I work.
Yeah, you're always working alone up there, aren't you? I actually think it's the first time I've seen you down in the lobby. Don't tell me you've been sent to clean up after the Valentine's Day ball.
Actually,
No,
Beth called me here.
me. A guest knocked over a vase and made a mess in the lobby.
Yeah, I saw that catastrophe happen. Just what we need, huh?
Well, I'd rather be doing that than cleaning the reception hall with Nicole.
Oof. Yeah, I don't even want to see the state of the place after this weekend. I know chocolate fountains are for dipping, but I didn't expect to find someone's shoe in there.
How?
No idea. You must see plenty of weird stuff too, right?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a guest's room?
Something about you.
Well, there was this lady who had a love letter addressed to someone I know.
What? No way. Who was it?
You.
You're messing with me.
It It was worth seeing your face turn red.
Wow, you got me. Oh, I better go help Beth. It's hell here with the snowstorm.
It's okay. I need to,
Yeah.
You
all right.
know.
Take care.
You too.
As if it wasn't enough having to deal with endless letters of advice from Raymond.
Raymond? What does he want?
He wants you to lower room prices. Make sure the hotel is accessible to everyone.
Oh, I can hardly believe
I'm looking
you
for
come
the
from
closet.
family. In the States, you'd be
Is this it? This is the closet. What did I want? A broom? Hammer? Use the mop to clean the puddle in the lobby. Do I want to go in there?
Bobby made it very clear he doesn't like anyone walking into his kitchen uninvited. Okay, Sophie. Time to clean up that mess.
Yes, it's coming. Jesus.
I'm really sorry about that. I'll have a word with our kitchen staff to make sure it doesn't happen again. Well, that sounds a bit excessive, don't you think? Of course, of course. We're all grateful that your employer chose the Clarington for his stay, but...
Chessboard. Won't let me play.
I'll speak to my manager and see what we can do. Was there anything else I...
Linda's been putting these everywhere lately. It's weird that Bernard allows it.
Say no to divorce. You can be divorced against your will. Women and children suffer most in divorce. You lose your succession rights in divorce. The wife's pension rights are lost in divorce. You lose your right to the family home in divorce.
Of course. We're all grateful that your employer chose the Clarington.
The Divorce Oversight Committee. This is the same menu, I think. Alright. Back to Maid Simulator. Inspect.
Ew. I better throw that away.
What is... Wait, maybe it says something. Guess not. Scroll to cycle through interactions.
I better make sure the floor is spotless. Someone could slip and hurt themselves.
Oh, there we go.
A film roll? The guest must have dropped it when he knocked over the vase. Probably should return it to him.
A clue. I gotta say, the cleaning is a little...
Now I just put the leaves
It's
back
kinda
in the vase,
satisfying.
and it'll be like nothing ever happened.
Ta-da! Ooh. With that hat.
I understand, Mr. Ramsey. I wish I could make the snowstorm disappear. I really do, but Sadly, that's not within my power.
Beth, who knocked over that vase?
Mr. Spade.
Mr. Spade?
Well, I can check with the airport and let you know when flights resume. Until then... Yes, I know. You've said that already. But... no, that's very unlikely.
So, which room are you staying in, Mr. Spade?
You're welcome to speak to my manager if you'd like. I'm sure
You expect me to read this person's handwriting? Let's see. Oh,
well, for that, you'd have
clue
to talk
selection.
To my manager's
Okay.
manager. Would you like to contact him?
No, that's not it.
He doesn't have a phone. He's a bit of an old-fashioned fella, if you know what I mean. Yes? Yes, certainly. So first I suggest finding a nice little corner
Spade?
where you can kneel down, all right?
Look at the rest
Then
of this.
you clasp your hands together and think really hard about just how much you want the snowstorm to end. It may help to repeat his name, too. It's, God, G-O-D.
What is she talking about?
Room 505. Great. That's on my floor. I can return that film roll without going out of my way.
No.
No,
Develop
I'm
the
serious.
film
If
and look
anyone
at
can
the
make
pictures.
snowstorm end, it's him.
She's no fun.
Hello? Sir? Oh, well.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this.
I should go to the 5th floor to return Mr. Spade's film roll. Poor Nicole. No one should be stuck cleaning up the reception hall after a ball, even if they did draw the short straw.
Oh, maybe I'll clean that up. It won't let me clean it up. Do I need the mop again? Did I leave it over here? That's interesting. I wonder why it won't let me clean that up. Wonder what happened to it. Just disappeared into thin air. I thought I put it against a wall or something. Oh well. I tried.
Hold it, please.
Andrew, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just... I slipped on the puddle by the restroom.
Slippin' Andrew achievement.
Sorry, I probably should have cleaned that.
Oh, no, it's my fault. I should have asked Eugene to repair the leak.
Which floor?
Oh, 6th. Thanks.
What's the big rush?
I need to bring this to our VIP guest, the one who rented the entire floor.
Oh, is it that British man I keep hearing about?
Why does he need snow?
Why does he need a bucket full of snow?
No idea. I don't even ask anymore. It's just the latest in a long series of strange requests.
What do you reckon he'll do with it?
Take a bath, maybe? Sometimes I wonder if he's just pulling an elaborate prank on me.
Can't you tell me who he is?
I've never actually met him. I always talk to his assistant. Only Bernard knows his identity. I do have a suspicion, though.
Oh?
But I'm not sure I should say it.
Can't you at least give me a hint?
Okay, let me think. Whew. Saved by the bell.
Hey, okay. Come on. Don't leave me hanging.
Let's just say I like to prolong the suspense.
Wait. Is that the hint?
Who knows?
Fair enough. Have fun up there.
You too.
"505, isn't that the room?"
This must have been so much fun. Well, for the guests, at least. I should return Mr. Spade's film roll. Room 505 is on my list anyway.
Andrew's mystery guest. I bumped into Andrew again in the elevator. From the sounds of it, the VIP guest on the 6th floor has him busy with all kinds of strange requests. I tried to press him for more information, but all he gave me was this cryptic hint. I like to prolong the suspense. I'm dying to know who it is. Andrew clearly knows how to keep a secret. Andrew is no fun. I don't know how useful this progress feature is. I mean, I already know what happened, right? I lived it. Colleagues. Beth. Beth has been the hotel's receptionist for as long as I can remember. In fact, hers was the first face that welcomed me when I took my first step into the Clarington. She knows this place like the back of her hand. Beth can be fiery, which doesn't win her much love from Bernard, but most guests adore her for her magnetic personality, and that's something Bernard can plainly see. We don't get the chance to chat as often as I'd like, but when we do, it's always a blast. I only wish I had even half of her wit, so I could entertain her as much as she entertains me. Bernard is the Clarington's manager, the big boss. He spends most of his days locked in his office and doesn't like the maids roaming around outside of their posts. So our paths don't cross often. Lately, he's been hell-bent on getting the hotel back in shape, whatever that means. And there have been a lot of changes around here as a result. He's enforcing employee rules more strictly than ever and dropping God knows how much money on renovations. The stress is practically radiating off of him. Bernard and Linda are quite close. She's his second in command, but it's an open secret that there's more going on. They've been arguing more and more lately, though, usually about Linda's strong feelings about Wendy. Bernard loves Wendy, or more accurately, loves how much the guests love her, while Linda thinks she's up to no good. Linda is the Clarington's governess. Oh. Fancy. Bernard's second in command, and it's easy to see why. She rules over the maids with an iron fist, always ready to enforce Bernard's latest rules to the letter. Most of them hate her for this, but my feelings are a bit more mixed. For whatever reason, she seems to have a soft spot for me. The same cannot be said for Wendy, unfortunately. It's like she's made it her life's mission to break up Wendy and Jacques' relationship, and I'm worried that her latest efforts may have succeeded. Linda feels incredibly strongly about married couples who choose to divorce. She probably left that flyer downstairs. She's been leaving anti-divorce flyers, okay, that answers that question, on every floor and won't even speak to any divorcee staying at the hotel, like poor Mrs. Beaumont in room 507. Where do such strong convictions like that come from? It's a little hypocritical to say the least. Linda's always worked quite closely with Bernard, but we've all known their relationship goes beyond just co-workers. That relationship has been strained lately, and it seems like the source of that strain is poor Wendy. Bernard might be willing to bend over backwards for Linda, but firing the hotel's most popular waitress just because she demands it, I'm not sure he'll bend for that. Wendy. Wendy is a waitress at the hotel's restaurant. She and her best friend Yvette were hired together, and they used to be inseparable until 3 or 4 months ago. It's no coincidence that this was around the time Wendy started dating Jacques, the bellboy to whom she's now happily engaged. That is, depending on who you ask. Linda seems to think that Wendy is the Claringtons' resident flirt. Sure, she's popular with guests and collects the most tips by far, but I've always chalked that up to the same thing that has drawn me to her, that warm smile that just radiates kindness. Linda's not convinced, though, and seems to have taken it upon herself to expose Wendy for who she really is. Right. Jealous much? I feel like that's not something you would say in the 1950s. Jacques is one of the Claringtons' bellboys. I don't know much about him. He's even more shy than I am, barely looking up at guests when carrying their luggage. People like us just need someone to bring us out of our shells, and apparently for Jacques, that person is Wendy. He's like a completely different person around her. He lights up, laughs, even cracks jokes. I was so happy that he found Wendy, and even happier when he proposed. Oh. They're like the Claringtons' very own Janet and Tony. No idea who Janet and Tony are. But it seems their engagement is in peril thanks to Linda's meddling. Stand strong, Jacques. Don't fall for her manipulations. Bobby. Bobby is the head chef in the Claringtons' kitchen. He takes care of all the restaurant orders and the meals ordered through room service. I love walking by the kitchen doors any chance I get just to enjoy the smells of whatever Bobby's cooking up. But linger too long and you'll get an earful, or worse. I do not want to spend another afternoon cleaning macaroni out of my hair. Jeez. Andrew. Wait, I didn't look at... Oh, Bobby doesn't have a picture. That's strange. Andrew is the concierge and receptionist for the Clarington. He's intelligent, professional, kind, and well-mannered, which easily makes him Bernard's favorite, but he knows how to have fun when no one's looking. Whenever I see him, he's either dashing off on his latest errand or burying himself in a book, so we haven't had a lot of chances to socialize at length. When we do, though, it always feels easy, like talking to someone perfectly attuned to your wavelength. Maybe I should ask him for some book recommendations. It would be nice to have more reasons to talk to him. Eugene. Eugene is in charge of the hotel's maintenance. Pretty much everyone likes him. He's friendly, hardworking, and does his job well. Anytime I've needed help, he's been happy to lend a hand. Since the renovation started, though, his usual good mood has lost some of its spark. I can see that Bernard's lofty expectations are weighing on him. I just hope he doesn't burn out. He doesn't deserve that. All right, that's everybody. All the colleagues. Mom. Mom always means well, but life hasn't dealt her the best hand of cards. She doesn't talk to me very much about her time as a nurse during the war. But I've always wondered what kind of person she was before that harrowing chapter of her life. It's just the two of us at home. Mom's had bad luck with keeping jobs, and she finds it hard to be around people, so she stays home most of the time. At least she's never missed an episode of The Wild Orchard. On her good days, she can manage on her own, but on her bad days, well, I do my best to be there for her. It's weird. I don't really think much about Canadians being in World War II, but I guess they did fight in that war. I would assume that makes sense that they would. Dad left when I was 2 years old. Haven't heard from him since. Mom doesn't say much, so I stopped asking. Okay. Oh, guests. Mr. Spade. Ooh. Shrouded in shadow. Mr. Spade is a guest here at the hotel. He's staying in room 505. He seems to carry film rolls around. And he was in such a rush to get somewhere today that he knocked over the vase in the lobby. But other than that, I don't know much about him. I can't deny that I'm curious to know more. Okay. Let me look at this paper. It's the same as the one downstairs. What's this? Oh, the divorce paper. So they have like duplicates of things lying around to, I guess, make sure you don't miss them.
Does carrying this everywhere really make us better maids? Bernard seems to think so.
First rule, be invisible.
Being invisible has always come easy to me. Maybe too easy.
Second rule, be thorough.
Everything must disappear. Makes us sound like magicians. Telling apart the treasure from the trash can be tricky sometimes.
Be careful. Partial cleaning. I can't comment on that. .505 is down for partial cleaning. What was partial cleaning again? Partial cleaning, bathroom, clean mirror, toilet, and bath. Bring used towels to cart, put clean towels on shelf. Replace toilet paper roll if necessary, empty garbage can, throw away trash. Room, clean ashtray if necessary, scrub stains, make bed, empty garbage can, throw away trash. Complete cleaning, bathroom and room, repeat partial cleaning duties. Vacuum every floor, dust every surface, change bed sheets. Note, your governess may ask you to perform other related duties at any moment. Oh, it's 56? 1956. I wonder, when was the Korean War? Maybe they were talking about the Korean War, not World War II. The door's open. Suspicious.
Mr. Spade? Mr. Spade?
Perhaps we'll find Mr. Spade's dead body. More film. Ooh, he's turned the bathroom into a dark room. This music is intense. Is that me? Tampering with objects may lead to positive or negative consequences.
What is this?
I think that's supposed to be Sophie. So he took pictures of me using the perfume, the guest perfume. Should I throw stuff away? Well, Sophie, ask and you shall receive. Now I know Mr. Spade is a stalker, and he's been stalking none other than me. I still can't believe those pictures of me in his bathroom are real.
Maybe I should call Beth or Andrew. They'll know what to do. I hope.
Instam. Fine grain developer. What am I doing?
Looks like prescription drugs. But what are they for exactly?
Reno, Nevada. Meprobamate. Oh, clues. Room 505 greeted me with a sight I could never have seen coming. A makeshift dark room filled with pictures of me snooping through guest items. My heart has never beat so quickly. Should I call the police? No. Oh. Was this category there before? I didn't think so. So it has all the different clues in the different rooms. Interesting. Come back to that. Music's suspenseful.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
Do I want Beth or do I want Andrew?
Beth, I need your help.
Sophie? What's going on?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Really? I knew it!
You did?
I mean, I knew there was something fishy about him. He just has creep written all over his face, you know? How did you find out?
He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of dark room.
Pictures of you? Doing what?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, you know, snoop through our guest stuff.
Sneaky. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act, I suppose?
Yes. I think I think we should call the police.
No, that's a terrible idea.
But
Sophie, that man has pictures of you running your hands through people's
See?
stuff.
But I didn't
That is a
steal
terrible
anything.
idea.
I was just snooping, I swear.
I know, but say a client reports something missing, those pictures would put a big red target on your back.
I could throw the pictures out.
I could always throw them out.
Yeah, not your worst idea, but you
He
found
probably
the
has the
pictures drying over
negatives.
the bath, right?
Yeah?
I'm no photographer, but I've been in one of those dark rooms before.
You have?
Yeah, I modeled for a while. Anyway,
Do tell.
what I'm getting at is, those pictures were developed recently, but it doesn't mean there aren't more elsewhere.
There is a safe in
Well,
here.
I didn't look through the entire room, but there is a safe here.
I bet you anything there'll be more pictures in there.
Do you have the safe combination then? I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Give me a minute.
I like Beth. She's down for a good time for sure.
Merde. Those idiots.
Merde.
What?
I can't find the combination list. The night staff's probably lost it again. Anyway, we always ask that clients write down their code somewhere so they don't have to call reception a dozen times.
Aha.
Maybe you can have a look around the room, and I call you if Mr. Creep comes back. You know, so you can get out of there in time.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, it's nothing.
Good idea,
and
Beth.
Beth? Please keep this between us.
Of course.
Search the room for clues. The beauty of the Clarington. The little achievement pop-ups are too quick for me to read.
Okay. If reception gave him a code, maybe he wrote it down. Somewhere. I should bring that back to my cart.
What on earth? T30. That's weird.
I remember this sale. I picked up that new winter jacket for Mom.
Any clues you pick up or throw away can be found in Sophie's journal, open with E. Yes, I saw that already.
Harry's diner, too. Were we ever there at the same time?
You didn't strike me as much of a doodler.
Maybe the waitress did that.
What's that supposed to be? A 7?
Why Harry's? Lots of burger places closer to the hotel. The lake. So, say I need to... it won't let me open the journal in this mode.
Beaver Lake? That's where I took Mom skating last month. Why is this up here?
I don't know what all these twos mean. Special occasion, wedding, funeral?
I just visited the oratory for the first time in years. This has to be a coincidence, right?
Can't really... So it doesn't let you, like, look at... unless there's, like, a sketch or something.
Is this a floor of the Clarington? Morgan, is that your real name? Why did you check in under Mr. Spade?
Dear Mr. Morgan, you have to stop writing to this address. Lindsay died 2 years ago. I do not know what happened between the two of you, but please let us grieve in peace. Thank you, Lindsay's mother. Edith. Can't read that name. Vermont. Does that say Paul Morgan? And he's from West Virginia. Is that a dog?
One man's trash is another maid's trash. Something tells me you won't be missing this. I hope you aren't eating those beans. One man's trash is another maid's
Scam
trash.
instead of spam. Oh.
Oh.
No one at school suspected what took place once their door was locked. And they were roommates. One room, 2 women, and so many secrets. She was alone in a town she barely knew, hundreds of miles away from home. She was desperate for comfort and found it in the arms of the most unexpected person. What first started as a normal friendship between 2 women soon blossomed into something much more passionate and disturbing. This is a tale of love and desire like you have never read before. Out of her own experience, the author, working under a pseudonym, tears the curtain from one of the gravest threats to modern social morality, the strange love practices trapping unwary girls today, particularly in our larger cities. That's an interesting comment on this, on the back cover of the book. That's interesting. Why would they? This is supposed to be a cautionary tale. There's like a thing in there that I want to look at, like a little stub or something, but it doesn't let me manipulate it any further.
Request to move to 507. Why did you want to change rooms? Yeah, no surprise Bernard denied the request. Mrs. Beaumont's been here so long, we could probably just put her name on the door at this point. Yeah, no surprise Bernard denied the request. Mrs. Beaumont's been here so long, we could probably just put her name on the door at this point. That's my schedule. Just how long have you been watching me? The storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored without her TV shows. What do we have here?
A key.
I'd forget my own head if I didn't write everything down. I guess we have that in common.
Maybe because he's your father. Oops.
You spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital.
And
it looks like you left with a long list of diagnoses and prescriptions.
That's it? That's what I got that key for? Just to look at a picture and... "99th Infantry Division, Belgium, November 1944. Birds of North America. Still no sign of anything that I think would be a combination.
Did you intend for me to discover your little dark room? Or did this just fall down?
Do not forget to buy more film. Left his key sitting there.
No combination, no entry. That's a lot of film. How many pictures have you taken, Mr. Morgan?
Maybe...
That's rough. How are you supposed to support yourself when no one will give you a job or a place to live? You're pawning off your possessions? What do you need the money for?
I mean, we have to assume that the combination is in the room, right? Well, so she wrote there's a 4 there, there's a 7 there, and there's a 2 on the other thing.
You didn't strike me as much of a doodler.
Two, 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 two. Is it in the bathroom? I just missed it. Boom.
That letter from Bernard. Was there anything on the back?
Did I not look at the back?
Could that be a reminder for the safe combination?
How? Oh, Lindsay's address, Infantry Division, year of hospital discharge.
Could that be a reminder for the safe combination?
So, do I have to look at everything again, or will it let me just open the safe?
Is he here?
What? No.
Beth, you said you'd call if Mr. Spade was coming back to his room.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. Sorry for the fright.
Oh my god, Beth. I nearly had a heart attack when I heard the phone ring.
I didn't mean for it. I was just so caught up in the thrill of it all. I had to check in. Did you find more pictures of you?
No, I haven't. But I did find something else.
Yeah?
He's got a kind of yarn map of Montreal on the wall.
Yarn map?
A yarn map? And where does it lead to?
Lots of places. Most of them I've visited recently.
Merde. What's the deal with this guy?
I think he may be using an alias. I found some evidence that points to his real name being Paul Morgan.
Well, he's certainly not the first man to check into a hotel under a fake name.
Is it really common practice?
It is, when the man in question is married, but the woman accompanying him isn't. Or at least, not to him.
Considering the state of his room, I doubt Mr. Morgan was expecting any visitors.
Did you find anything else?
He seems to be in love with this woman who doesn't love him back.
You mean you?
No, someone else. I found lots of letters addressed to a woman named Lindsay, but she returned them all to sender, unopened.
Are you sure it's love and not obsession? Maybe he stalked her like he's stalking you.
I don't know. Whatever it is, I find it strange she didn't open the letters before sending them back. I would have had a look at them first.
Of course you would have. So, is that all you found then?
He has this book with, underdressed women on the cover.
I don't think Playboy magazine qualifies as a book.
No, it's not. It's a novel. It's called, And They Were Roommates.
Oh, I see. And I suppose these women on the cover are really good friends, aren't they?
What do you mean?
Well,
Beth
it's
knows
what
what's
I
up.
think it is. It's probably one of those trashy books for men who secretly fantasize about two women getting real cozy with each other.
What makes them trashy?
What is it that makes them so trashy?
And as she ran down the stairs, her heavy breast jounced under her veiled
Jounced?
nightgown.
That doesn't even mean anything.
I know, but there's the word breasts every other sentence, so apparently that's enough to get some men aroused. I can't say I'm surprised Mr. Creep is into this stuff. Found anything else on him?
I'll know more once I open the safe.
Oh, so you found the combination?
Yeah, sort of.
I'm impressed. Well done, Arsène Lupin.
What?
Never mind. Don't let me keep you.
Arsène Lupin.
I'll call you back.
Yeah, you better. I won't call again unless Mr. Morgan returns. For real this time.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Oh, I actually do have to look at it. All right, what was it? It was Lindsay's address. $34. Infantry Division and year of hospital discharge. Year 57, 34, 57, 34. $34.99 57 $34.99 57. Whoops. A and D to switch between numbers. Oh. Ooh. So what am I supposed to do? Throw all this stuff away?
M and H. M and H. Who are they? Are they guests here? That was taken in the lobby.
Interesting necklace.
That was taken in the lobby.
Arrived at the hotel. Room not ready yet. Had to wait in the lobby. 2:45. M and H came in, both nicely dressed. M was holding a flower bouquet. Heard them talking to the receptionist, saying how nice the oratory was, I think. Picked up some flyers to find out what oratories they were talking about. 3:10 p.m. Room finally ready. No sign of M or H. Decided to unpack and install my setup in the bathroom. 6 p.m. Still no sign of M&H. I've probably gone out again. 8:20 p.m. Finished developing this afternoon's pictures. 11:55. Unable to sleep. Heard weird noises from the corridor. No idea who or what it was. Next page.
You're going through their trash? You really want to find out what M and H are up to, don't you? Why are you following them? And who's sneaking out at night? So many questions. Okay, Sophie, you should probably put this down. Now.
My fingers were misaligned.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hold on. Andrew. Andrew. Cover for me, will you?
What's going on?
Hey, Tintin. Just do it.
Tintin. He
Sorry
does
about
look
that.
like Tintin.
So, I take it you opened Morgan's safe? What was in it?
A journal.
His journal? Does he say why he's stalking you?
No, but it seems he's stalking 2 other people as well.
Oh, who are they?
They're guests. I don't know their names, though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Well, Snoopy, although it may seem like it, I'm not actually clairvoyant, so I'll need something to narrow the search. Do you know anything about them?
Mr. Morgan refers to them as H and M.
Well, that could mean a lot of things. It could be their initials, or, I don't know, husband and mistress.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I'll need a little more to go on.
From what I can gather, it seems they're together.
Okay, so they must be staying in the same room.
Do we have a lot of couples at the moment?
Well, yes. It was Valentine's Day last Friday, remember?
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
She's not too bright, is she?
Look at that. There's a couple staying in room 509, Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella. H and M.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Do you know anything about the cruises?
Well, I saw them come in and out of the hotel a few times. Called a taxi for them once. The missus does the smiling and the other frowns a lot. Nothing to write home about. Do you have room 509 on your to-do list by any chance?
I do, actually.
Then maybe you go clean it and have a little look-see?
Yeah, nothing unusual here. Just a maid cleaning a room.
That's my girl.
I'll call you if I find anything.
Just be careful, okay?
I will. I promise. I must have forgotten my keys in the break room again.
Do we have to go back down to the break room? It's quite a snowstorm.
I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room.
Don't really know where the break room is.
Maybe I shouldn't wander around with my pockets full. Is there anything I can put down?
Oops. What's that? A yo-yo?
I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile.
Should I put that key back where it belonged? Where did I find that? Is it over here? Guess I don't really see a way to put the key back, so...
I had my keys with me during break. I must have forgotten them in the break room.
Linda's office. Don't want to go there.
Fine. Keep your secrets, locker.
Whose locker is this? The maintenance guy? Eugene, half the washing machines are out of order. Because of this, I won't be able to finish our current load in time, and Beth will be forced to offer guests an apology discount. Please fix the machines before Bernard kills me, Rebecca. Oh. I guess they say whose they are. But I don't think I need to get in there right now. Where's mine? I guess I don't have one.
Shoot, it's locked.
What?
I guess I'll have to get Linda's master key instead. Last I checked, Linda's master key was in the locker room.
But I can't get into the locker room. Unless by locker room they mean not the break room, but the locker room where the lockers are. Linda doesn't have a locker. Or is this the locker room? What?
Hypocrite bitch? What did Linda do? And to whom?
Did Wendy write that?
Oh, Linda. What would your husband think of all this?
Here's somebody crying. My wife will be at her parents' tonight, so come by my house at 8 p.m. and make sure you bring the new lingerie I bought you. They just put this on the door where everybody can see it? Oh no, somebody probably found this and taped it up there. Will be nice.
That'll do. I'll just have to make sure I don't forget to return it. Oh, Andrew. I hope someone here shares your passion for reading. Linda, you're not even trying to hide the daggers in your eyes.
Linda offers Wendy the Employee of the Month reward, January 1958. A message from Bernard. For Valentine's Day, please leave chocolates on the beds of rooms occupied by married couples only. Okay, Bernard. Bernard asked me to remind you that we have a very important guest in room 602. Please satisfy any of his needs as quickly as possible and without questions. If you see the freak from room 505 loitering around the hotel, please tell him to stop. Bernard says he's scaring some of our guests. Linda. To all employees, as you are probably aware, Valentine's Day is upon us, and we are almost completely booked for the weekend. I know this is the time for colds, but I will not accept anyone missing a work shift in the next few days. I want the rooms cleaner than ever. I also wish to remind you of our continued partnership with Weston's department store. Take every opportunity you have to suggest the store to our guests' shopping needs. Thanks to this partnership, special prizes from Weston's will once again be awarded to our best employee at the end of the month.
Mrs. Beaumont seemed perfectly nice to me.
The divorcee from room 204 has moved to room 507, and she wants more sheets again. Sophie, please take care of it. I do not want to speak to people like her. Wow, she is kind of a hypocrite, though. Whose purse is that? Oh. What's this?
To be tossed aside by your best friend like that? Oh, Wendy, that's a special brand of heartbreak.
What is it?
Wendy? It's Sophie. Are you alright?
Do I sound alright?
No, I guess not.
Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk.
I was in the break room earlier, and, I couldn't help but overhear your argument with Jacques. I'm sorry he let Linda get to his head. He should be trusting you, not her.
Yeah, well...
I know I wouldn't be your first pick, but I'm here if you need to talk.
Maybe later. I just can't talk about it. I can't talk about it right now. I'm sorry I was rude.
It's okay.
Sophie?
Yeah?
Thank you.
Here's my locker.
Being recognized for doing a good job. That feeling never gets old.
Ariadne's legacy.
Haven't gotten any tips so far today. Haven't gotten any tips so far today.
It's a pantyhose
Tempting, but
machine.
every penny adds up, Sophie. The master key only unlocks the guests' rooms. I'll have to get my keys later. At least I can get into 509 now.
Hey, you.
Oh, hey, Beth. On break already?
Sadly, no. I have an express delivery to make to the 6th floor.
Isn't that Jacques or Andrew's job?
Well, they're both busy, so... What about you? I thought you'd be in 509.
I'm heading up now. I just had to grab Linda's master key before I could continue our... investigation.
Oh, I see. Well, this has been quite the day so far, hasn't it? I can't remember the last time work was this interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. That's not all, though. While I was looking for my keys, I found some graffiti on Linda's door.
What kind of graffiti are we talking about?
The words, hypocrite bitch, in red lipstick. I wonder who could have written it.
If I had to bet, I'd put my money on Wendy. Linda's been treating her like her personal punching bag as of late.
Bernard's already on his last nerve today. If he catches wind of more drama between Linda and Wendy, the stress might kill him.
Huh. And I can only hope I'll have a front row seat when that happens.
I don't know the first thing about running a hotel, but the amount of pressure he must be under, I don't think any good would come from adding to that.
I guess not. You know, I don't know how you do it, Sophie. Maybe it's because my empathy only goes so far, but I admire that you're able to feel for just about anyone.
I like to put myself in other people's shoes, especially if they're people I find fascinating, like you.
Wow.
Oh.
The way you turned that compliment right back around at me was masterful. Well, this was a lovely chat, but I better see if Eugene is around maintenance. Hopefully he can help me find this thing for our esteemed guest.
What thing?
We both got a lot on our plates today.
I can't wait to find out more about our friends H&M. Take care.
You too.
Okay, I think that'll be a good place to stop for tonight. Okay. So, it's kind of interesting so far. I haven't really got a big sense of the mystery yet, but we'll see if that develops. I think tomorrow I'll probably play something. I don't know what I want to do with the schedule yet. Probably I'll play a different game like every time, maybe stream a few times a week. So maybe I'll get back to Baldur's Gate tomorrow. I haven't played that in quite a while, and I'm anxious to get back to it. So we'll see. So anyway, see you back for more next time. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.